This is one of the most elegant and the oldest seaside resorts on the amazing Croatian coast. This is Opatija, a small coastal town west of Rijeka that was developed in the 19th century for rich and powerful Austrian and Hungarian nobility. It has beautiful parks, magnificent villas and hotels, and a long coastal promenade. Opatija has the longest tradition of tourism in Croatia and managed to preserve its original classy charm and beauty. Hi guys, my name is Rok and I spent last 9 years traveling around Europe as a tour guide, and I can't wait to show you Opatija. Opatija is closely related to this Benedictine abbey, as the word Opatija in Croatian means abbey. The abbey and the church were built in 1400s and over the centuries got renovated and expanded. Before other buildings were built in town, this abbey was the heart of social life and was also used as the first school. The church is dedicated to Saint James, the patron saint of Opatija, and inside you can see his 15th century statue together with some other artwork. In front of the church stands the statue of Madonna del Mare. This statue used to stand on the waterfront promenade, but was later replaced by the famous statue of the girl with the seagull. The church is surrounded by a park where you can spot a neo-Baroque fountain with sculptures of Helios, Greek son of God, and Selene, goddess of the moon. The park stretches down to the sea, where there is also an art pavilion used for artistic events and exhibitions. Pavilion was originally a cafe and a pastry shop built in 1900s. For centuries, Opatija remained just a small fishing village with an abbey. But in 1840s, a nobleman, Eugenio Scarpa from nearby Rijeka, decided to build this summer holiday villa. Scarpa named it Villa Angiolina after his deceased wife, and the place quickly became a center of social life. Here he hosted his rich and powerful friends, and the word about the beauty of this place quickly spread around. At the time, Opatija was part of Austro-Hungarian Empire, and in just few decades it quickly developed as a tourist and vacation center and was even visited by the Austrian emperor. Numerous magnificent villas, hotels, summer houses, parks and promenades were built. The development was rapid thanks to the newly built rail line connecting nearby Rijeka with the capital cities of Vienna and Budapest. After the First World War, Opatija became part of Italy, and after the Second World War, it became part of Yugoslavia. After the breakup of Yugoslavia in 1991, Opatija was succeeded by Croatia. Since this villa started tourism in Croatia, it has become Croatian Museum of Tourism. You can see the inside by visiting the museum that is closed on Mondays and public holidays. Villa Angiolina is surrounded by beautiful spacious park with great variety of plant species from different parts of the world. The camellia, which thrives in this park, has become a symbol of Opatija. The first camellia was planted by Scarpa in memory of his beloved wife, as they are flowers of love. Thanks to the Mediterranean climate and careful maintenance, the park has a perfect appearance throughout the year. Throughout the park you can find many nice spots with benches under lush green trees that provide cool shade. From the park you can also enjoy beautiful views of the surrounding coastline. Here is also nice partly rocky and partly concrete beach, a bar and a restaurant with gorgeous sea view. In the park is also an open-air theater. Originally, this was supposed to be a prestigious health resort, but the onset of World War I disrupted its development. After the war, Istria, with Opatija included, came under the Italian rule, and instead of health resort, open-air theater was built and now hosts major musical events. This enchanting seafront promenade stretches for 12 kilometers or 7.5 miles. It was built in the heyday when Opatija was a famous health and tourist resort for the elite at the turn from the 19th to 20th century. As it was built by the Austrians, it was named after the Emperor Franz Joseph I, and that is still its official name. But the promenade is better known as Lungomare or Coastal Promenade. It runs along the coast and connects Opatija with the picturesque fishing village of Volosko on the one side and the village of Lovran on the other side. This is a favorite place for a stroll, and besides beautiful sea views, it also offers beneficial health effects of the local climate. The promenade passes some of the most beautiful beaches, coves and architecture, including Hotel Kvarner, the oldest hotel on the east coast of Adriatic. Along the promenade, you will also notice other landmarks like Croatian Walk of Fame, modeled on the Hollywood Street of Fame. But the most beautiful landmark is a statue of a girl with a seagull that's standing just there. This statue replaced a gilded statue of Madonna del Mare built in a memory of Count Kesselstadt that tragically lost his life here in a spring storm in 1891. Over the years of harsh coastal weather, the gilded sculpture was damaged. After Opatija became part of Yugoslavia, communist regime didn't approve religious symbols, and so the Madonna statue was replaced with a girl with a seagull. Since then, it has become a symbol not only of Opatija, but the entire Gulf of Kvarner. In its heyday as a renowned climatic health resort, Opatija also had forest trails that are still in use today. Here you can restore your energy in the fresh air and unspoiled nature and escape the scorching summer heat. Forest trails were built in 1901 according to the plans of the Bavarian Dr. Oertel. They were accurately measured and provided with distance markings and rest areas with benches. This forest promenade leads to viewpoint with a gazebo built on Queen Elizabeth's Rock. The viewpoint is also known as Mala Fortica, but to be honest, the views are not the best as they are obstructed by trees. But the walk on the path, shaded by thick forest, is very relaxing, beautiful and magical. Besides many parks, Opatija also has a secret garden with stunning view over the Gulf of Kvarner. This century-old park is called American Garden and was recently reopened to the public. It was built by a rich Hungarian paprika merchant. He came to Opatija in the 1920s and fell in love with wonderful view from the green terraces. In one of his dreams, an angel appeared among flowers and fountains and promised him to help him lay out a magnificent garden. Soon it turned out that the angel in his dream was actually a woman who ran a flower shop in Opatija. The couple fell in love and got married. Together, they created this beautiful botanical garden. The gardens are open from Tuesday to Sunday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and there is no entrance fee. It's easy to see why, at the end of the 19th century, Opatija was chosen by the elite as a luxury holiday destination. Despite the fact that in the last century Opatija belonged to 4 different countries, it managed to preserve its original charm. Today, Opatija also offers a wide range of beaches, from luxury ones with swimming pools, restaurants and bars, to the main public beach that is partly concrete and partly sandy. From Opatija, you can see the nearby islands of Krk and Cres, which can be visited by crossing a bridge and by ferry. Rijeka is also only 15 minutes drive away. If you like this video, please give it thumbs up. You can share your questions, suggestions or experience about Opatija in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit notification bell to be notified about my future travel videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.